that thing does not stand.
Wonderful, sweet, nice promises that nobody asks how you go to achieve.
Defining leadership not as a position, but as an ability to influence others.
Change begins with the people we empower to execute that very change. Change doesn't begin with me.
Happy Democracy Day to all of you out there in Nigeria. We have a very distinguished young man standing right here at the carpet, and he is very distinguished. When I say he's distinguished, actually, we have Shamsuddin MD Yusuf, and he is the MD and CEO Rieno Constructions Limited, and they call him the Jagaban. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you will be speaking at the Fixing Nigeria Summit this morning, and what are your expectations? Because we have young people gathered from all over Nigeria to listen to some of you that will be speaking here today. What are your expectations today?
Well, the expectations are that we share the little prospects that we see that the country still has, and discuss on some of the issues and challenges that the country is facing, so that we can, so that everybody can take something home to try and better themselves and better the country as a whole.
Yeah, as a young man, I've seen that you're doing well, and basically we want more young people to get involved in government, personally also to see what they can do to contribute to the economy. So far, so good. What will be your assessment of Nigeria's democracy?
Well, I believe that Nigeria is still running on a bit of gerontocracy, not democracy. Okay. Because we still have the older people who have been governing and ruling the country since the 60s. I think it is time for us to usher a new era of young people, yes, who are a bit more innovative and have also the capacity to change the country for the better. So we would encourage our young people to try and aspire for office and run into public service.
Okay, what are two, if I would say, what are two things that you think that Nigeria needs seriously right now to be fixed?
Well, first of all, we need to get ourselves out of the recession that we're in. And I believe all that needs to be done is to set up a proper economic team to look into these problems and challenges, analyze them, and see how better we can come out of the situation. Then two, I think we should encourage each and every one of us to be proactive and find something to do independent of the government, you know, and see how they can also better themselves and better the country.
All right, thank you so much. It's been nice having you at the carpet, and we believe that as you go in there, a lot of young people will be challenged by what you have done and what you're doing for the country and for yourself. Thank you so much. All right, we're still here at the Yaradua Center, and we are at the carpet of the Fixing Nigeria Summit. We still have more delegates that are here to talk to us on what their expectations are for the summit this morning. Please let me know. You can keep this. All right, we have another young man here from Niger State. He came all the way from Niger State to be part of the summit. My brother, what is your name?
I'm Ifeanyi.
Ifeanyi is from Niger State, and he's here for the Fixing Nigeria Summit. What are your expectations today?
Well, my expectation, I'm just expecting great things. Like, you know, we youths of nowadays, we want to change what's happening in the country. So my expectation is that the speakers will give us great words of encouragement. Aside from that one, we'll be motivated to do more for the country.
I like that word motivation, which means you're here to be motivated to see what you can add up to the society. So what two things do you think that Nigeria needs right now to be fixed?
Well, one thing I know, character. Yes, when our character and attitude are changed, so there's tendency that whatever that we'll do it in the right manner. Aside from, they talk about corruption in the country. So when when we were talked about, when we were told about our character, and then we're able to change it. So there's this possibility that everything will change in Nigeria. And then
Yeah, which
corruption
means
is-
as young people, we need to fix ourselves so we can fix the country.
Yes.
Thank you so much for. He is a delegate also of this very unique summit that is happening on a very significant day like the Democracy Day. You're welcome.
Thank you very
What's
much.
the name?
Zugwai Itagwai,
Wow, that name. It's from which state?
Kaduna State.
Kaduna State. All right. What are your expectations for the Fixing Nigeria Summit this morning?
A lot, actually. First of all, I think it's an opportunity for youths in Nigeria to commit themselves, not just the usual commitment of words, but to actually rise up, step up, and do what they are meant to do. I think so far we've just been speaking the usual, we want this to happen, we want this to change, but then there's a need for us to actually get involved in changing the situation of the country. There are a lot of ideas that we have as youths in Nigeria. We can see them on social media, we can see people talking every time and making comments on how they feel things should get going. But then there's a need for us to commit ourselves to actually seeing this change happen. We have a lot of things going. We have youths with amazing ideas and amazing gifts. I think it's about time we commit to this and use our willingness as leaders. We're already leaders. We're not leaders of tomorrow. We're leaders of today.
Yeah.
We need to step up to our responsibility. I see a lot of people still coming in late. It starts from now. The timing was 9,
Yeah.
and I'm a victim. I actually came late. I'm a
Okay.
culprit. But then I think we have to change our mindset on a lot of things. Timing, values, commitment, willingness to carry on responsibility,
Wow.
not just wait for it to be handed over to us.
Wow.
Willingness to commit ourselves to these things.
Yes. A lot of people have been talking about responsibility. We need to stand up to our responsibility. It's beyond the saying. It has gone to the point of the doing. We need to get involved in everything that is happening in our country. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope you have a good time in there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, a lot of young people sharing their thoughts on the red carpet, on the carpet this morning, about their involvement in the citizenship of our country. So we still have more delegates that are coming in, and we're going to have them on our carpet this morning. All right, once again, happy Democracy Day to you all out there. And today is so significant because we are talking hashtag Fixing Nigeria. And right here with me, I have a gentleman. Sir, what's your name?
My name is Belema Mishakat.
Belema, you're welcome. What are your expectations today for the summit that is happening right now?
Well, I'm here so that we could discuss. My expectations are that young people are coming together to discuss. Let's discuss how can we really fix this nation. So my expectation is just the discussion and what will come out from the discussion. You know, young people are very intelligent, so I'm sure a lot will come out from the discussion.
Yeah, but we have had series of discussions in several summits.
Not by young people.
Not by
I've really not seen a discussion, a discourse by young people trying to fix Nigeria by themselves. If you look around, they are basically young people. No old men around here. So we're going to have fresh and new ideas, and we should be optimistic.
Okay, very optimistic, as you said. What are two things that you feel that we need to fix in our country today? There are a lot of things to be fixed, but what are two things?
I think if we get the power situation right, we'll get many things right. The power situation is one, then infrastructure. So those two things are paramount, power and infrastructure. But power comes first. If we get the power situation right, many things will fall into place. And that's what this government has not been able to fix.
All right, what do you intend to take away from this summit today? You know,
like I said earlier on, it's a conversation. I want to come and listen to young people discuss. I want to hear, I want to feel their pulse. I also run a youth-based group all across Nigeria,
Okay.
where we are working towards 2019 also. So
Okay. What's the name? Like
it's called Yes We Can Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes We Can Nigeria. Basically, saying young people get involved in politics, leave the apathy, come out, get registered, get your voters card. So I'll be looking at the discussion here, which I'll pass across to them across the state also. So it's a welcome development.
All right, this is a young man here that's doing a lot to get the young people involved in our politics. We cannot afford to sit back and complain. Something needs to be done. Thank you so much for having you here.
Thank you very
and
much,
we
sir.
believe we'll have a good discourse in there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, boss. Sorry, I'll have you just shortly. Yeah?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes,
You're based in Abuja here?
I'm based in Abuja. I came from Kaduna anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're still here this morning and it's getting hotter right here because a lot of young people coming from across the country to be part of this lovely and very significant summit happening today. I have a young man before me here this morning. He came in from Kaduna State this morning to be part of the Fixing Nigeria Summit. When you saw the hashtag Fixing Nigeria, what came to your mind?
The first thing that came to my mind was basically people who are concerned about the well-being of this nation. At the moment I saw it, I had a feeling it wasn't governmental, that it was somebody who had a passion for Nigeria, or a group of people who had a passion of Nigeria that wanted to put something together. And basically when I saw it, I already made up my mind. I said that I was coming for this.
Okay, in there this morning, we will be having a lot of young people that have been involved in politics, young people that have been involved in business privately, trying to push the economy forward. What do you think you're going to take away from this summit this morning, listening to these guys?
Okay, basically what I want to take away is the workout plan, the schedule, the manner and the procedures that we can make it work. Because I think we've had a lot of seminar, a lot of talk, but we have not had a lot of action plans, definitive plans, tasks, the way the issues will be solved. And basically what I expect here is a schedule of activities and that individuals and bodies, corporations can work with to make this country better.
I love that schedules and plans. We put plans in place, not just talk and action. Thank you so much for having you this morning. I hope you have a good time in there. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you based in Abuja or you came in?
No, I'm based in Abuja.
Okay. You've been here this morning and you've seen how young people are coming from all over, and you will discover that it's high time for young people to stand up and get involved. What is the level of involvement that you think that our young people in Nigeria has gotten in when it comes to politics and several other things?
Actually, the young people in Nigeria have actually got themselves involved in politics. But I think the major problem we have is just that most of them don't like occupying the positions they want to occupy. Even when they vow for the positions, it's hardly been given to them. Do you get? The elderly ones tend to sit there and make use of them. And that's one of the major problems we're having in Nigeria.
Okay, one of the major problems is the fact that young people want to vie for office, but they are not given the room. But this conference is here now to fix Nigeria. What is your expectations after this conference?
My expectation is this. The youths that want to occupy positions, especially the political positions, that's the key positions in this country, they should be allowed to occupy it. If they must have been tested intellectually and otherwise, knowing fully well that they are capable of occupying those positions, they should be allowed. We have various places where the youths are heading, and those places are very, very, in fact, when you see those countries, they're very, very effective. Unlike our country, you see someone that is old enough to stay back in the village, the person will be occupying a youthful position. It's really not encouraging.
Okay, one of our delegates this morning is saying that the young people should be given room, the young people should get involved, and that is what Fixing Nigeria is all about. Thank you so much for having you this morning, and we hope you have a good discourse in there.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Where's she going now? Okay, we're still here. It's hashtag Fixing Nigeria, and this is the registration desk where all delegates that come around will register, and we have all the personnel here that are doing the registration. How are you today?
Very fine, thank you.
Are you in charge of this, the registration stand?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Mrs. Chidubem Oba.
Okay, Mrs. Chudibem. So how has it been, the registration and all that, participants coming from different states of the country and registering? How has it been?
It's been amazing, actually. When we set out for this conference, we of course expected a lot of people, but to be honest, this has blown our minds.
It's a sold out event.
It's a sold out event, exactly. Yes, it is sold out.
Okay.
And we are, really glad that people are coming to attend this conference. It shows us that the youth are actually very interested in Nigeria.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of rumors that the youth are leaving, everything for the people there right now, but it's not true. For people to come for this conference to want to learn, it means they are really, 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 gingering to take over the country.
Is
and
it
we
just
are ready.
individuals that are registering? Do we have youth organizations also that have registered today?
Yes, we have a couple of youth organizations. Right now I can't tell you their names off the top of my head, but we do have universities have come, and NCCF actually has been here. They've come as a unit, and so many other organizations, they have come, and the attendance is amazing. It is amazing.
All right, the attendance is amazing, and this is the first and the maiden edition of Fixing Nigeria. And what are your expectations that these people that have registered, what are your expectations for them?
Right. As we know, it's general knowledge that just information without action is nothing. It's one thing for you to attend a conference like this, another thing to take what you learn out there and do something with it. So what I expect is for the amount of people, over 500 people here today, for everybody to go back to where they're coming from and do something.
It's time for action. It's time for us to do something, to take responsibility as Nigerian youths. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And well done, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
The stuff. It's just like underground. Let's just catch a view of the post.
The Nigerian Bar Association.
I want to ask you first of all, tell me, how do you came to this Fixed Nigeria conference?
As a concerned young Nigerian, this is an initiative that I support. This is an initiative that I'm a key part of because it is an initiative that is really needed to shape a conversation for the future of Nigeria. It's a by young people for young people initiative, and I think it should be supported.
Now, looking at you as a young professional, a lawyer, what are your thoughts on like 2 years of this administration?
Really mixed feelings. We had such high expectations for the administration. Unfortunately, the administration has fallen short of those expectations. There is no strong messaging for young people. There is no strong prioritization for the development of young people, and it is at best utterly disappointing. But this is just 2 years. I believe that the administration can reprioritize in 2 years and can really make sure that the development of young people takes a priority space in the scheme of things. I mean, because there is really no long-term development plan without engaging or having a core focus on young people. That's a positive step. We are the future, and sustainable development initiatives must come at the heart of young people.
Now, I get the feeling that you must, okay, Jonah, let me ask you this. What do you think Nigeria ought to do if it wants to like catch up with the rest of the developed world?
We have to shift from being a consuming nation to becoming a producing nation. I mean, there just has to be a lot of productivity. How are we going to have this much productivity? Young people must be gainfully employed, they must be actively engaged. It even starts from education. We must have quality and sound education for our children, because I mean change is a very, very sensitive and dicey thing. It takes time to change an idea. It's about perception. It takes time. It takes a generation perhaps to bring about an idea and make it the norm. So we start by education. Young people, children must be educated and must have access to quality education. They must have access to healthcare, affordable healthcare, quality healthcare, because if we really want to make it as a nation, we must make sure that the government secures the lives and properties of its citizens. The government also gives young people hope and a strong sense of belonging. How does the government do that? It must take care of their education and their health, and also really get their views on issues that affect them to be heard.
Now, Ibrahim, on the final note, I want to ask you now, first of all, what are your thoughts on Mr. President's health? And then what are your thoughts again as to those people who think, in their opinion, that he should resign?
Well, to be honest, anyone can fall sick. I really, really pray and hope that the president recovers very quickly. We're really praying for him as citizens. No one is beyond falling sick. I do not wish that on anyone. And I hope that when Mr. President recovers, he really stands up to the yearnings of Nigerians and makes sure that as citizens, we become a priority and not the other way around. There is still time. We still believe in Mr. President. We still believe that he can do much more.
Thank you so much. Let's have your name again.
Ibrahim Abdullahi. I'm a lawyer practicing here in Abuja.
Thank you so much.
So I know they bother nobody, but sometimes they misunderstand me. And I keep it simple. I don't really care what anybody and about me. I just try to keep my head up. There's no need for compromising. There's no time, so no delay. Just be maintaining it up, motivating, elevating, fortified and visualizing. Every day providing for my peeps and family. But still they want to run me down.